As an artist, you can use your gift to make this world a better place. Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel where I want to encourage you to pursue your dream of becoming an artist, and I want to help you along the way. It is such a joy to work as an artist, but there can be so many obstacles in your way of becoming one. Maybe you never visited an art school and you feel that you don't have the skills to be an artist. Or maybe you're stuck in a job that doesn't fulfill you, but you need the money in order to make a living. Or maybe you're a mom and you feel like you never could really live out your creative side. Whether you think your art isn't good or unique enough, or you're just too shy to put yourself out there, and whatever hinders you in pursuing an art career, you need a strong why in order to overcome these obstacles and to have the motivation to really go for it. The amazing author and speaker Simon Sinek wrote a book called Start with a Why. I never read the book, but I watched a ton of his speeches on YouTube. I link one of his videos down below. Listening to him helped me to really get up again and again, because becoming an artist wasn't easy for me. When I was in my 20s, I got rejected by an university of arts, and I needed to learn most of my skills all by myself. And in November 2018, when I decided to give this dream of becoming an artist a last chance, I had a 2-year-old toddler and a 4-month-old baby, and totally lacked time and sleep. But I had a strong why, and that kept me going until I was able to make a living as an artist. So today, let's work on your why power. And I made a list to give you some examples, but I want to encourage you to make your own list and to grab a piece of paper and a pen and to write things that come into your mind why you want to become an artist. So let's get started. And the first one is what I'm still astonished by and what I'm super grateful for. People pay me for doing what I love to do. Imagine waking up early in the morning and you can't wait to start working. You are looking forward for the day and thinking about your work excites you. No one needs to motivate you to work. There's just this drive inside of you. Because you don't work just to get some money, you do it because it is your passion and you actually enjoy what you do. Working takes a huge amount of lifetime, so why wasting so much of your precious time on something that you don't like doing? On something that drains you mentally or emotionally instead of giving you energy? Why living a life where you're just waiting for the weekends because then you have the freedom to do what you really like to do? I believe turning your passion into a job is one of the best things you can do. I also have other hobbies like writing, dancing, making music, but painting is what I really want to do every day, and now I can do this and even get paid for it. It is such a satisfying feeling, and I just can't repeat myself. I'm super grateful for it. And if being creative also makes you coming alive, then why shouldn't you try it and make it your job? The second amazing thing is the flexibility in your work schedule. And I don't know about you, but I am a very spontaneous person. And working in a typical 9-to-5 job wouldn't allow me to be very flexible with my time. But as an artist, I can work whenever I want as long as I finish my commissions on time. I don't need to fulfill a certain amount of hours. When I'm done with what I needed to do for the day, I'm done. And whenever I need a break and I want to go outside to enjoy the sun, I can do this. or I can take the time for a friend that spontaneously comes over. It also makes our family life much easier because I'm home all day long, and in between I can make laundry, cook, clean, water the plants and care for my daughters when they are back from kindergarten. And I even can take a whole day or even a whole week off whenever I want. Not that I want to, because I love working as an artist, but it is great for days when I or the children don't feel very well, or for special occasions like weddings and birthday parties. It is fantastic that you can be that flexible in your job, and I believe if you once tasted that lifestyle, you never want to go back working in a typical job. The third one ties into the previous one, and it is you are your own boss. And do you love freedom? I really do. As a personality type, I'm an absolute visionary. And that's why the worst environment you can put me in is where I have to do the same thing over and over again. And where other people tell me what to do and how to do it. I don't like to be managed and just to execute tasks. I don't like being told what to do and having to do it, no matter if it makes sense to me or is ethically good. But I thrive when I have the freedom to create and to explore new ways of doing things. I like to think for myself, and I'm always thinking about how I can change things in order to make them better, to make them more efficient, more meaningful, easier, or just more beautiful. And whenever I have a new idea, I like to try it out immediately. When you're your own boss, you can work at your own pace and under your own conditions. No boss is overwhelming or stressing you. Of course, that doesn't mean that you will never experience stress. I am pretty good at stressing myself sometimes, but for me it's just an inside job and I'm learning to deal with it. When you are your own boss, the only people you are accountable for are you and your customers. So you can develop a work ethic and create a business that totally fits to your personality and to your own values. You don't have to just carry out other people's ideas, but instead you can think big and out of the box and try new ways of doing things. And you have the freedom to bring your own visions and dreams into existence. Okay, the next one is your art business is financially scalable. In the most jobs, there is a limit to what you can earn. But when you work as an artist, there are so many ways to make money, and there even is the possibility that you can become quite wealthy. Of course, that doesn't happen overnight, but if you become more experienced in what you do, it's absolutely doable. Last year, I had a season where I only worked 4 hours a day on my commissions and earned all the money we needed as a family. That gave my husband the opportunity to reduce his work from 8 hours to working 4 hours a day. I felt like the luckiest person on earth, sitting in the garden working on commissions of digital portraits and watching my husband and daughters playing in the sun. It was a season of precious quality time together. Now, I'm slowly stepping back from doing commissions because I feel like I'm ready to take the next step and to create my own work. My goal is to have an art exhibition next year, and right now I'm building up a portfolio of big watercolor paintings. And I also feel it is time to give back and share my experiences of how I became an artist in order to help others to accomplish the same. Okay, back to topic. You can make a good living as an artist, but of course it can be financially risky, especially at the beginning because you don't have a consistent income. That's why I would highly recommend to start making art as a side hustle and then switch into full-time when you can see the possibility that you can make a living with your art. And today, thanks to the internet, there are so many different ways to make money as an artist. It's not just selling your art. You can offer online courses, get sponsorships, or have a membership site like Patreon. It is so much fun to build up multiple streams of income, and it gives you the opportunity to use all the other gifts and interests you have. The last one is something that is very important for me and that motivates me from the inside out, and this is that you can bring change. I believe you would agree with me that some things need to change in today's world. But changing is not easy. It takes courage, effort, and the willingness to do things differently. That's why a lot of people are afraid of change, because it brings a big amount of uncertainty. In order to initiate change, we cannot yell and scream at other people and tell them what to do. We cannot shame or blame them into a different behavior. Well, some people are trying it, but I believe it doesn't really help anybody, but only brings even more division and anger. And how do you know that your way of seeing things is really the best way? Art can help us to communicate in a better way. It has the ability to overcome language barriers because it is a language that everyone can understand. In our human experience, I believe there are more things that unite than divide us. Don't we all just want to live a happy and fulfilled life with meaningful relationships where we just can be ourselves? Don't we all want peace in our hearts and a safe place where we belong? Don't we all long for love and acceptance and a sense of purpose in our lives? Art can remind us that we are not so different than we might think. It can make the invisible visible and things that are complex and hard to describe easy to understand. How often did a song you listened to help you to understand and deal with some painful emotions? Chances are high that the song wasn't written for you, but somebody who went through the same deep feelings put them into a beautiful piece of art. All forms of art don't appeal to the intellect first. Art passes our minds and speaks directly to our hearts. That's why it is so powerful. Because change starts in our hearts. A pure and loving heart leads to pure and loving actions. It wants the best for other people instead of being selfish and using others. And isn't that what we need in our times? People who work together instead of against each other. People who lift each other up instead of pushing each other down. People who care for the need of others as much as for their own. I am very passionate about making this world a better place and creating a brighter future for my children. And art is one of the great tools I can use. It gives me a voice. It lets me speak about the beauty of love and kindness, about peace, joy, and freedom. And creating art can give you a voice. It gives you the opportunity to speak about what's on your heart without needing words. So, what do you want to tell the world? What do you think needs to change in our time? As an artist, you can use your gift to make this world a better place. I hope I could show you that it is worth the uncertainty, the risk, the ups and downs, that it is worth to leave your comfort zone and to start the exciting journey of becoming a full-time artist. In the next videos, I'm going to go more into detail about how to become an artist, but first, like Simon Sinek says, start with a why. So what is your why? Why do you want to become an artist? Just write it in the comments, just say hi. And if this video was helpful for you, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. So have a nice day. See you in the next video and bye.